What's up, tribe? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review of Big Brother Season 20, Episode 3. Big Brother fooled me. I thought this was going to be the Power of Veto competition, but it wasn't. Um, we basically see the aftermath of the nominations, and what they did was they did introduce a little twist. So let's talk a little bit about that. We ain't going to spend a whole lot of time. Tyler did his nominations. He nominated Sam and the cop. And after the nominations, he puts on a little show. He starts crying. And at first I thought he was really crying. But then come to find out he was like, yeah, I am feeling a little bit bad about the nominations, but I'm milking it a little bit. I'm putting on a little bit of a show so that people, really think that this bothered me and it really. So I was like, okay. Again, I told y'all at the beginning, he's not as dumb as he pretends to be. We see where Sam is still the robot, and she's still really she's really upset, which I don't blame her. I mean, her thing is, I can't play this game because I'm not physically there, and therefore I just have that disadvantage. So then she says, well, can you tell everybody that I'll be in the storage room if they want to come and have a one-on-one? I didn't really understand that whole situation. I didn't understand people coming to her to have a one-on-one. Like, you're on the block, you should be coming to them. But anyway, and then when they did come to talk to her, she was just like, so what do you think about what's going on? And I don't know, it was weird, it was really awkward. And then she ended up getting into it with what's my girl, the life coach. I'm trying to learn everybody's name, but anyway, the life coach, she gets into it with her because she's telling her, look, just let this motivate you to make sure let this be the fire under your belly that says, I'm going to fight for this. Like, don't sit here and feel sorry for yourself. And Sam was like, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. And they end up getting into an argument, which isn't good when you're on the block. Unnecessary arguments probably aren't in your best interest. um then we see the alliance, what do they call themselves, level 6. Is it level 6? I'm sorry, y'all. I think it was level 6. Anyway, they have their whole little, they come up with their name, they come up with their handshaking, all this crazy stuff. Y'all know these alliances talking about we're going to be the final 6. No, y'all not. Y'all going to be mad at each other in 3 weeks and that whole thing going to explode. But for now, okay, cool. But it's Tyler, Casey, Winston, Angela, and 2 other people who I'm not sure. But it's those 6. And right now, because Tyler has the power, he's the head of household. His thing was, I need to align myself with some strong people because next week I can't even play for head of household and there may be some blood on my hands. That's smart. For the rest of them, we'll just see how it plays out. Casey talks about how it's been hard for her social game with this whole punishment. Because remember, her situation is whenever that thing starts spinning, she can't leave the room that she's in. And she talks about how she's missed out on some major events. It was Rockstar's birthday, and she wasn't able to celebrate. Then they had like a family dinner. Because it looks like when that thing starts spinning, it spins for a long time. Like, she's taking naps and stuff. So, I don't know. I think that the punishments are interesting. I'm just not sure how I feel about the punishments being this severe this early in the game. Like, it really is putting them at a disadvantage and not being able to really socialize. But I'm sure that's what they wanted to do, and so we'll see how that really plays out. We have our first showmance, Chris, aka Swaggy P, and Bailey. They're getting really close, and both of them were saying how they know they need to back up off each other because they don't want to showmance, they don't want to get caught up in that, they don't want to get sidetracked, and then they end up kissing. And this dude, Chris, aka Swaggy, he is just playing to the cameras so much. It is so ridiculous. It is so obvious that he's playing to the cameras because, he's in a room by himself and he just has these conversations with himself out loud so everybody can hear it. It is so weird. It's so obvious what he's doing. So Sam is actually able to come into the house. Remember, when the robot powers down, then she can come into the house. But then she feels alienated. You see her crying. You see her really upset. And she's talking about everybody around here is just so fake. And everybody's just fake. And she's just over it. And she wants to go home with her real friends. And I just think, like I said, I think this punishment is just way too severe so early on in the game, because it's not even so much about her social game. It is just about getting to know people. Because when she comes back into the house, like, people are sort of ignoring her. At least that's how it's being edited. I don't think people just weren't speaking to her, but it looks like people are like ignoring her. But I just think that a lot of it has to do with they're clicked up now, and she's not been around to be in a clique, and she's on the block. So people, that makes you a little bit of a pariah as well. But my man JC gets her together. JC is like, look, there are people who wish they could be in your shoes, and you sitting here crying. And remember, JC is the little guy. The little person. I don't want to be condescending. But he tells her, he was like, it's like you won the lottery and you focused on all the bad stuff about winning the lottery instead of the good stuff. He was like, you need to get yourself together, stop having your little pity party, and get back in the game. And she was like, you know what? That's the realest thing that anybody has said, and that's what I needed. I needed that kick in the behind. Thank you. So hopefully that'll make her decide that she's going to fight a little bit. All right. We also see Scotty and the cop. They're getting really close. They sort of have like a unofficial alliance. Slop is introduced. That's no big deal. You know how that goes. Now, last but not least, the last two things. Swaggy C. See, Swaggy P is the basketball player. The real basketball player is Swaggy. Swaggy C, he thinks he's running the house. He thinks that he is really a puppet master, and he's manipulating everybody and working behind the scenes and got all these different alliances and stuff. But they see right through him. They see what he's doing. So he's getting ready to put he's safe this week, but he's putting a target on his head that people see him for what he is. People see what he's doing. That's not going to play out too well for him. And he's so arrogant. But I know it's an act. Like, that's not who he really is. This is his persona for the show. I mean, I do think that he has a high level of love for himself, but I don't think he's this obnoxious. I could be wrong, but I don't think he really is. So, the twist. All right, here's the twist. The twist is this for this season. It's about trending. If you are the top trender of the week, meaning like on social media outside of the house, whether it's good or bad, if you are the most trended house guest for the week, you have an opportunity to get a treat. You can go into the BB App Store and you can pick something positive. If you are the least house guest trending, meaning the person that people are talking about the least, you get a punishment, right? So this was the first week. They unleashed it. Festo ended up being the least trended. So he had a punishment. Now, here's what's stupid about Festo. They just give you the name of the punishment. You don't know what the punishment actually entails. However, there are some clues. So, for example, fake news is the name of it. Is the name of one. Another one. Excuse me. So the one he picked was Hamalicious. And it was a picture of a ham. And he said, well, that probably has something to do with food, and that won't really affect my game too much. I can eat, something, and that won't make me have to do something in the game that might mess my game up. But here's the thing. Hamalicious is in the name. And it's also a picture of a ham. You're a Muslim, you don't eat pork. Probably not the one you need to pick. Well, he picks it. And when he reads the description says, you're going to get a delivery every day. You need to hurry up and eat it. It's perishable, and it's going to be ham. It'll be, be ham mixed with some other stuff. Oh, no, I'm a Muslim. I hope that I'm not going to have to eat ham. I hope they'll send me some sort of substitute. Now, I don't think they're going to make you do anything that's going to go against your religion. However, why would you pick something with ham in it knowing you don't eat pork? Like, the clue was there, dude. Duh. The person who's the most trended now, Swaggy C just knew he was gonna get it, and he was like, I mean, America, I know y'all talking about me. I know I'm on everybody's, list. I know it's all about me. It wasn't. It ended up being Sam. So Sam was able to pick a treat, and she picked something about plus lives or plus one or something like that because she's on the block. So what she got was she's able to bring somebody back into the house after they've been evicted. It's only good for the next 4 evictions, and she has to use it within the next 3 evictions. If she doesn't use it within the next 3 evictions, then on the 4th eviction, the person who gets evicted automatically comes back into the game. So this works out for her because even if she gets evicted, she's not out of the game. So it gives her it gives her a little bit of a breath of fresh air. She can sort of breathe again and not worry about being evicted. And it kind of gives her a little bit of now she can still play for the power veto and take herself off the block, and then she can save that power. But for now, it's saving her. She knows that she doesn't have to worry about going home this week, and I think that might help her spirits because she, after, when can I thought the punishment, was it the live eviction? So they have to, so they have this punishment for another couple of days. Is it the power veto or is it the live eviction? So I think that, again, I just think these punishments were too severe. I think they're too long and they're too severe for them to be right here at the beginning of the game. But we'll see how it plays out. So anyway, that's my Big Brother review. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the bottom. Do you think that either one of the people on the block will be able to pull themselves off the block? And if so, Tyler has already said he's going to put Bailey up because Bailey is the closest person to Chris. So their showmans is already putting a target on Bailey. We will see how it plays out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.